Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
This is Jafric
You're
Radio.
listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say.
Hello, our wonderful and cherished viewers and listeners. This is your favorite program, Home Sweet Home on
This is
Jafric
Jafric
Radio.
Radio.
Thank you so much for tuning into Jafric Radio Home Sweet Home program. Today we are on again. Yes, our panelists want to give you the best. Okay, the best that could help you enjoy your marriage. I always say we have only one motive, that every marriage couple enjoyed the second heaven on earth. All right, so today we have our panelists, one in studio, and then one will join from VMix. All right, thank you so very much. We just want to acknowledge our sponsors. The Bayside Modeling Agency is a proud sponsor for Home Sweet Home program. Thank you so much, Bayside Modeling Agency. If you are in Tokyo and you are a model, or you have talent that you want to exhibit and also at the same time earn money out of it, please contact Bayside Modeling Agency on this telephone number 03, if you are in Tokyo, 03 5413 3252. I repeat, 03 5413 3252. Or you can contact Bayside Modeling Agency on this email address, info@bay-side.biz, info@bay-side.biz. All I want you to do is just write a message to Bayside email address and just tell that you want to register with Bayside, and then the staff will respond and send you the requirements that they need. Okay, it's really simple. So wherever you are, if you have talent, if you are a model, please don't hesitate to contact Bayside Modeling Agency. And Bayside has a sister company called Zion Company Limited. Zion deals with narration and translations. So if you are good in narration, if you are good in translations, just contact Zion Company Limited on the same number as Bayside, 035413 3252. And also you can send email address to the same as Bayside, that you want to register with Zion Company Limited. And we want to thank Tamrick Hotel for their support over the years. Yes, Tamrick Hotel is in Accra at East Legon, Ghana. So if you are outside Ghana and you want to visit home, or you want to travel to Ghana, please contact Tamrick Hotel at www.tamrickhotel.com. They are at East Legon, and the place is very close to the airport, so it's very convenient if you stay there, right? And their services are really, really good. In fact, if you have not tried before, just go there and you will know that we are telling you the truth. Thank you so much, Tamrick Hotel, for your support. Thank you. And viewers, I want you to relax today as we are bringing you nothing but the best. Yes, I have with me my able panelist with me. Every time he says ladies first, but today I just want to change the narration a little. We have a gentleman here with me. He is the person of Mr. Fred J.Ch. Mensah.
This is Jaffrey
Mr. Fred,
Radio.
Yes, sir.
you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Viewers and listeners, good afternoon, everybody. And thank you for watching and listening to Jaffrey Radio. Thank you.
Yes, it's good afternoon from Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I think in other places you have a different time zones. Yeah. So the next is our beautiful and let me say a woman full of wisdom. I call her my soulmate, my sister, my friend. She is the person of Mrs. Let me add this one. Dickness Mrs. Naomi Asari Zotto. In fact, Mama Naomi's name is gradually become long. All right? Okay. All right, Mama, you are welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and my name is Abna Poma Pokufokuo. You can call me Dickness Poma if you like. I always say a lady with a long name. All right, thank you so very, very much. I have a little announcement before we continue. It's a sad news, but to announce to the general public. Our own brother, listen, Mr. Foster Kwame Dia. Mr. Foster Kwame Dia has been called to glory. Let me say he was at the age of 63, and the funeral will be in Esiakwa in Accra. Yes, I think Esiakwa is in Accra. Yes, in Accra. Yes, on the 4th of June. 4th of June.
Kumasi Accra Road.
Okay, Kumasi Accra Road. I heard that Esiakwa is a Kumasi Accra Road. Okay, forgive me, I'm not a Accra girl. Thank you. Okay, so Mr. Foster will be laid in state on 4th June 2022. Okay, and also on the 12th of June will be the memorial service in Accra. So if you know Mr. Foster Kwame Dia or the family of Mr. Foster Kwame Dia, please send your condolences and also attend this funeral. Thank you so very much. We are on, and your comments are very, very necessary in the topic that we are about to discuss. So we want all of you to participate. Today's topic, we will do it in a participatory form. So wherever you are, just send your message. If you want to call, just call us and also bring your opinion, as together we want to help each other to build our homes. Yes, to build our homes. Yes. So the topic for discussion this afternoon, this morning, this evening is, we are looking at the social. It's for social, financial, and spiritual and emotional benefits in marriage. If you're married, or if you are in a marriage, or if you want to marry, yes, the benefits associated with marriage. All right. So Mr. Fred is here. Mama Naomi is on. Mr. Fred wants the lady to start, so he says ladies first. All right. So Mama Naomi. Hello, Mom. Okay. Are you there? Mama Naomi, can you hear me? I think Mommy is struggling. So, Mr. Fred, just straightforward. What are some of the social benefits in marriage? Today is straightforward. We don't want any definition. Social benefits.
Well, yeah, first of all, let me say one more time. We welcome everybody, the world, those listening and those watching. Social benefits, straightforward, is stability. That is financially well regulated, and yes, you became peaceful in a way.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
Peaceful.
Stability is peaceful and financially regulated. That is
financially regulated.
Yes.
In marriage.
And when you get married, in marriage.
When you get married.
Yes. So socially, these are the areas that I can think of. Yeah.
Mr. Fred has spoken. Socially, he think stability in the finances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Stability in life.
In life.
Yes. Financially regulated. That is.
Okay.
You can plan for what you use.
All right.
Yes, that's what I mean by.
We will come to financial aspect also.
Yeah, but socially, this is that I can think of. Then, socially, I mean, life-wise, you become stable. That is, you have peace because you would have to get worried about things like meeting your opposite gender, perhaps for fun or perhaps for procreation or whatever that anxiety or worries that might have been there. If you get married or if you're already there, you wouldn't have to think about those things anymore. You would feel relieved in those areas. That's why I'm saying you become stable.
And also, it also diminishes the fear of broken heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
the anxiety of having a fear or I mean the anxiety of thinking about the opposite gender.
Oh, that's right.
Would that happen? Is that going to happen in your life? How would that be? And those kind of things that usually happens in in adult life before you get hooked up with somebody. Yeah, if you were in marriage, you would have the benefit of not having to worry about such those things, because it would have been taken care of. That's what I mean by a stable life.
Wow, stable life. That is perfect. All right, Mama Naomi.
Those things, because it would have been taken care of. That's what I mean.
Is Mama Naomi on?
A stable life.
Wow.
Yeah, please can you hear me?
Because
Yes, Mom.
taken care of.
Yeah, we are looking at the social benefits in marriage. Yes, Mom.
All right. Thank you so much. I think Brother Jesu has said a lot. And I think looking at the topic, if you all the 5 aspects are joined together, if we the marriage have a positive effect, it is connected to all these fields. Okay, so as you said, let's talk about the social well-being. Yeah, you see, from the beginning, when marriage was created, it was said that it is not good for a man to live alone. So it means that what I took out of that is 2 is better than 1. So if you say your social standing in the society, we can all attest to the fact that when you get married, how you are treated socially compared to when you were single is quite different.
That's true.
People respect you more when you are married. For example, if you go back to Ghana and you are looking for accommodation, people who are married are highly to get accommodation easier than those who are unmarried or than the singles.
Yeah.
Because the mindset is that once you are married, you are responsible. Yes, and the probability of you posing problem or trouble with other neighborhood in the neighborhood with your neighbors is going to be very low. So people tend to like to accommodate the married than the singles. So it means that your reputation is very high. People tend to respect you more. And when we come to, let's say, the financial aspect too, once the 2 of you have come together, you are pulling your resources together. If not only the resources per se, maybe before you were married, there were so many things you take care of by yourself. Taking care of the house, your food, so many others, and adding to your work and other things. But the moment you become 2, it means all these responsibilities are going to be distributed between 2 people, which makes it more easier. And with that, it will make you be focused on whatsoever you do socially. So, for now, that is what I would like to say. As we continue, we take more into it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mommy. Yes, you are right. And from what Mommy is saying, does it have also the negative impact on, for example, those who have not married yet, since the married ones, been treated most in a respective way? Does it also force them to make some choices which they are not maybe ready for that?
Well, thank you very much for your question. It will force them, but I don't think they should give the room to that pressure to make them make choices that they are not supposed to. Because the marriage that we are talking about is a lifelong something. And a wrong move from the beginning is going to affect the rest of your life. If you make a good choice, it is going to affect your life positively throughout your lifetime. If you make a wrong choice, it is going to forever be a thorn in your flesh until you are out. Even if you walk out of it, the consequences will still follow you. So I would say yes, maybe the pressure is high, but as individuals, we need to exercise self-control, self-discipline, so that we'll not give in to those pressures that will come outside. Because marriage is a topic, or is an institution that we don't rush into it. If you rush into it and you want to rush out, you may rush out, but it comes with so much consequences, which is going to affect you the rest of your life. So my advice is, the singles, don't be forced to move into it because of pressure. Have patience. Be yourself. Pray to God, because all I know is God created each and every one with a helper. Yes, they are saying that women are more than men. If I go according to the biblical reason for creating marriage, I am sure that if all the married people who are supposed to marry, because even if you read the Bible, it tells us that not everybody will get married. So all the people who are supposed to get married, according to God's own plans, God's own direction, He has created their help meet for them. The only thing is, be patient, seek His face, and wait for that helper. You need to wait for that helper, so that the joy and happiness that is in marriage, you'll be able to enjoy it. It is something that is important, because it comes with so much benefit. If you should ask me right now, what are the disadvantages of marriage, I can't have anyone to give you.
All right.
To me, I can't have one disadvantage of marriage.
I know.
To you. So yes, it means that marriage was created for the enjoyment of the advantages. Yes, so just be patient. Don't be forced into it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama Naomi. She said she can never tell even one disadvantage, because she waited and made a right choice. Okay, so if you wait and make a right choice, you will never regret in your marriage. All right, so Mama Naomi said something about also pulling our resources together. It will also help us financially. But in a case where one is working and the other is not working, can that be classified as a benefit? Financial, maybe benefit in marriage. Mr. Fred. Yes.
Yeah, before that, let me say one thing about what Mama Naomi said, that people get respect. And you asked a question that would that put pressure on those who are not yet married? I'm not sure there's a pressure there, but for me, my understanding is it's a pending. When you see couples together in society, it sends a pending welcoming message to people who are yet to get married, especially those in the young generation. That's my understanding.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be a pressure. Yeah, because it's an institution that when you get into it, you cannot walk out easily. Or it won't be something that you choose and you make a different choice. I mean, it's not a place that you have multiple choices. It's going to be one time in your life. So my understanding is it sent a pending welcome message to those who are yet to get married. That
this is Jaffrey Radio.
For people who are able to get into that institution. Veneration, that's a respect, for those couples. So that's my understanding there.
Yeah.
And
even individuals themselves feel much respected when they get married, because where you used to maybe play with other people anyhow, when you get married, you see some kind of respecting yourself. Yeah, not to, just play around like as you used to be when you are not married.
That is social veneration.
That's right.
That's what I said. It's a social veneration. It's a respectful. Don't forget that it's a responsibility to commit yourself into that bondage. Yes, because you're responsible for yourselves. And should there be a family in the future, that means you expand the territory of your responsibility.
Yes.
So definitely the social veneration is going to be there throughout. Yeah, so I can understand that. But I don't think it should give a pressure or should send any message that would sort of force the unmarried to get into marriage without proper planning. No, that's not the advice. Yeah. So coming back to the point that if one is not working and the other is working, so what are the benefits? Well, the benefits will still be there, because I said earlier on that you will regulate your finances. It doesn't matter how much you're making. So you will still have to shoulder the responsibility that the amount that you are making should cover both of you, and at the same time leave something there for the future, or should anything occurs. So it's still the same thing. You're still going to have the benefit, yes, of regulating your finances. That's how I can put it.
All right. So in this case, Mr. Fred, if I may ask, like when you plan to marry as a man or as a woman, must you consider that you are financially stable, number one, to take care of yourself and the woman that you're going to marry, in case when the woman comes and she is not working, or maybe she may be working, but at some point in time she cannot work anymore, and you are going to take the responsibility upon yourself. So you have, doesn't mean that you have to plan for the two, or maybe the future kids, before you can enter into marriage. Because a lot of people are saying we don't have money, so we cannot marry. We need to get a certain amount of money that can cater for my family before they can enter. And before you realize, others have reached 50 and above and still not married.
That saying of we don't have money, so we cannot get married, is, to me, it's one way or the other a fantasy of excuse. I mean, just to people to find some fanciful way of making excuses from not getting married. That's my understanding. Of course, if you don't have the money, that means you cannot bear that responsibility that would come with that bondage of marriage. So yes.
Is that a bondage?
That's of course you bond together, you come together. Right. So let's say the commitment. If you don't have the money, and there's no specification that you should have 100 million or one city before you get married. You have to look at your own size, then you cut your coat. That's what we understand. Yes. So if you're getting into marriage with somebody, of course, you should plan for the two. That it's not going to be you alone. There's going to be somebody there. Yes, there's going to be another soul to come and rest on your shoulders. So you definitely have to make plans for both of you. Should she come and she's working, there's going to be a plus.
A plus, yeah.
Yes, I think I said it here the other time that usually, well, maybe not here, but I said it in one of our forums. I was teaching about finances, and I said it there that, well, usually couples would make plans based on the sole income earner or the primary income earner of the family, which is mostly the men. So you make the plans on that, and should the woman be able to work to assist you, it becomes a plus into your fortune wallet. Yeah, I think I did say this. Yes, so when you go into marriage, one, that responsibility is going to be there. She's come to join you, and you have to make plan based on your income for two. It's not going to be one anymore. Once you get married, it's going to be two. Yeah, so you should anticipate that things are going to get higher than when you were single. You see, why I said financially regulated means during that time you would make plans before you use your money. Maybe when you were single, it was easy, you were free to use the money anyhow.
That's true.
Yes, but once you get married with somebody, of course, it's no more you, it's going to be two of you. So you regulate your money. That means you put plans on
This is Jafric Radio.
Because you need to make your spouse too happy. No matter what, whether she's working or not, she still have to have a happiness in the relationship. So, yes, the benefits are still there.
Wow. Thank you so much. Is Mama Naomi there? I think Mr. Jeji has dealt with it. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mama. Your picture is not coming. I want to see your beautiful face.
About
right.
So asking, so if one party is not working, how can that be a benefit?
Yes.
When you were single, most of the things you were doing it by yourself. But immediately you get married, you are organized.
Okay.
Food, taking care of the house, you have so many things. So even if the woman comes in and she is not working, you are focused. You are going to put in all your best at your workplace, because you don't have to be thinking of maybe coming to take care of the house, coming to school. You know that by the time food is ready for you to come and eat. By the time you are home, the house is sterile. Come to meet a very neat and clean house. That's one to take care of. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I think the line is breaking a bit. So if
We'll come back.
all right, Mommy, we will come back. Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I think it's clear now.
It's clear?
Yes, please continue.
Okay. So as I was saying, so even if the other party is not even working.
Yeah. Mommy, can you switch on your camera? The picture is not on. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay. Right.
Hey, Mike.
Your mic is muted. If you can check your mic again. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So as I was saying,
Oh, your background is really beautiful.
if you are not working, you have a focused mind to concentrate on whatsoever that you are doing. So that is going to even input more at your workplace. That will even maybe fall in for promotion and increase in your money. And even when you come to our side here, maybe abroad, or let me say Japan, when the government has taken into consideration all the things. So maybe if you have a spouse that is working, they count the number of the people in the family. Then they measure it by the income of the family. If it is not up to the standard, the government supports in one way or the other. So all these things are there, and with this one, a single person will not have benefit of standing
No
in
way.
front of those. Yeah. So in this case, it is it makes you stand well socially, and also about maybe people trying to say they ask a question whether the financial aspect should be taken into consideration before
Yeah,
you get
before.
married. Yes, you go back to the Genesis. Before Eve came in, everything was set for Adam. What was Adam's job? He had his work that he was doing. He was well positioned, ready for anything at all. So the woman is just coming to help to continue with what he has already started. So as a man, before you get married, you need to know that before you were one. Now you are going to add another person to it. So you need to position yourself very well to be able to take care of the other person you want to bring to come and join. So you can't just say maybe you just marry and anything will happen. No, it needs planning. And before you marry, you know the kind of person you are marrying. Is it the working class? Is it the non-working one? So all those, you put it into consideration before you go. You have to plan. Planning. Yes, the Bible says we should not worry about what we eat, about what we drink, or well, tomorrow we take care of it.
Yeah,
The Bible was talking about not worrying. The Bible didn't say we shouldn't plan. So for planning is very necessary. We need to take that into consideration.
Yeah. So in this case, when what the person earns cannot take care of the two, it means it's like it will be a no-go zone.
Yes, it means you are not ready for it.
Wow. I think that's why most of the youth are still waiting. Oh my goodness.
Business, you need a helper. What's the work of it? You are doing something that maybe it's a little difficult. I don't
This
know
is
how
Jafric
to
Radio.
Yeah.
Up, right? So that you are coming to the person on that. No, you want to come and help. If the person is not working, then create something. The person is coming in to help you to solve maybe where you are lacking, not to put a burden on that person that the person will come and regret for coming inside. You need to plan for that person too. So if your money cannot take care of you to the extent of even taking care of another person, then I think you are not yet ready.
Yeah, you are right. Something happened to a friend. As soon as he got married, the lady got accident and they amputated her legs. So it was, in the other part of the world, it is very difficult for the let's say the stronger ones to even get job. And how about those who are physically challenged? Yeah, so I think what you are saying, I agree with you in that point, that anything can happen. So if you do not plan for, let's say, the 2 or 3 of you, and you think that, okay, let the person comes and add up his, and when anything happens, it will be really, really a tough situation for that marriage. Right. So I think planning is really, really necessary. Thank you so much. Yeah, this does not mean that if you have not, let's say, got the millions of dollars or yen or cedis, you cannot marry. It's planning. Somebody can earn 10,000 yen in a month, but he can take care of the family. At the same time, a single person can even earn 500,000 yen, but they will still be in financial crisis. So planning is not about how much you can or you have, but it's how you plan according to the little that is in your hands. So thank you so very much. Let's say the quantity counts, but we still need to also plan well before we enter into the marriage. Yes, thank you so much, Mama. And we will also move straight to the spiritual aspect. We have talked about the social, with the financial came in, and we are also coming into the spiritual aspect, the spiritual benefits in our marriages. So I think I'll go straight to Mama Naomi before I come to Mr. Fred. Mama. Hello.
Hello, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. We are talking of the spiritual aspect or spiritual benefit in our marriage. Does we have that kind of benefit spiritually as we get married or as we enter into marriage? Is there a spiritual benefit?
So much.
Oh, all right.
So much. Because if marriage is God, it makes his plans and purpose to pass.
Right.
The reason being that it said, let us create man in our own image, in our own likeness. Why? To make his images fill the earth. And that was the reason why immediately woman was created, Satan was alarmed. Why? Because God became complete on the earth he has created. We Christians, we believe the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay? So Adam plus God, with the two of them only, the devil was okay. Immediately a woman came in, we realized that it is now said, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It is now said.
Wow. So women represent the Holy Spirit, right?
So if you go to the Bible, when Jesus was leaving, he said, I am going, but I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to send a helper. And who is that helper? The Holy Spirit. And before God created the woman, he said, it is not good for a man to live alone. I will create for him a helper suitable for him. Okay? Suitable. Yeah. So it is that when woman was absent, the devil was okay. Immediately he sensed the presence of a woman, then he was alarmed. He realized that his agenda is going to be distorted. That is why he's in enmity with marriage. And even when man disobeyed God and God was asking for something, God gave the power to the woman, because it is we that the serpent was after. So he gave us the power that before the serpent will be able to beat your heel, you have the power to crush his head.
Okay.
Yes. So it means marriage between a man and a woman has spiritual benefit. Because a woman is representing a part of God in a unique way.
Okay.
The same way the man also represents a part of God. That is why men and women, we don't need to compete with each other, because we all serve unique purpose that is different from each other. So when a time comes that the man wants to do the woman is doing, or the woman wants to do things that the man is doing, or the man wants the woman to behave like him. The woman also wants the man to behave like her. Then there is friction, because we all represent a part of God. Yes. So the two coming together, when the Bible said, where two or more are gathered in my name. So immediately you get married, you are two. So it means everything you're going to do is going to move very fast, very fast.
Yeah.
Before God said,
other verse says something that one can chase 1,000 and then two will chase 10,000. So this multiplication, I don't know, when you become 3, how much you can chase.
If you come through, when the children start coming, you become
that's right.
4. So it means that it's going to be marvelous. And even before God sent the disciples, after training them, He sent them out 2 by 2. So it means that power in marriage, the spiritual aspect of marriage. He said, he who a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord.
That's true.
So if the marriage, you are created to be married, immediately you marry the right way, not the one that you rush in because of pressure or
that's right.
You marry the right. You need to, this favor, this goodness needs to be seen, because it is a promise, and His promises are yes and amen. His promises are yes and amen. So what I say, he who finds a wife, he who finds a helper, findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. So it means that favor is going to work on your side. There are certain things that our strength, our power cannot do. There are certain things, and when the favor is upon you, you can go places. Protocol will give way. You can go places. Barriers will be moved. So for the spiritual aspect, is numerous, more and more and more that we cannot finish talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a little I'll do for now.
Thank you so much, Mama. Mr. Fred, Mama Naomi has said her pipe. And how about you? The spiritual benefits in marriage. I think as for spiritual aspect, you are also good. So please bring it out.
Yes, but well, I think I have to congratulate her, because she was able to see a lot from the Bible. And of course, that's the only way we can understand it. But of course, yes, spiritual benefits are there, because the marriage itself was first instituted by God Himself. And when you look at the reason for the marriage, my understanding is, number one is for procreation. You can see that God does not create things anymore, but He's left it to the feminine side of His creation. So we continue giving birth to children. Who does that? God created people through women, and women can only do that when they're in marriage. You see, so yes, the number one functioning of that is the procreation, and you can see that. So whoever is able to get there, definitely he's giving the spiritual benefit of doing that. So that's my understanding, number one, that there are a lot of spiritual benefits there. Otherwise, I can't go much into it, because God knows much better than what we can say. What we can dwell on is what we read in the Bible, you see. And well, yes, so the benefits, from my understanding, is once you are able to, once you are in marriage and God continues to bless you,
this is Jafric Radio.
Then I think it's still, yes, you should consider it that your support is mostly from the divine, which none of us can say a lot about the divine except only God, because divine and the spirituality is only God. Yeah, so that's my understanding. So,
and how about prayer life? Like when you are alone, sometimes you feel tired.
Of course, in spirituality, prayer is part of it all. You see, you concentrate and you're able to talk to the divine. I mean, that's also fine. But what I'm saying is, whether it will be responded or not, is God Himself. Yeah, but why I say that is, my understanding is, once God permits you to procreate, that is, use your energy or your organs to reproduce that thing that he was supposed to produce. You know, he stopped creating things, human beings. Yet human beings are born by God's creation through marriage. That means God's spirit is still there. Don't forget that. So that's what I'm trying to make, that yes, the spirituality side, God takes care of that, and there's a lot of benefit to reap from the divine.
All right.
So that's my understanding.
Thank you so much. Let me, I think the next 5 minutes we'll go on commercial break, and then we'll come back. So before we go on a break, let me ask this question, what just as what Mr. Fred has said. So is it that every marriage, is there, let me put it this way, is it that it's a must that every married couple has to reproduce? And if those who are not,
well,
is it that they have failed in that part, or?
No. When you use the word must, it's like you are implying the pressure from the human side of looking at things.
Okay.
Yes, but from God's perspective, of course, once you are joined together and you have the ability and the organs to reproduce, I'm not sure God will stop you from doing that. Yes, so whether the marriage is a good one, you made a good choice or wrong, still you can still reproduce, right? So once you've reproduced, my understanding is it was a grace from the divine. That's why you were able to produce. That's my understanding.
All right.
Yeah. So yes, once it happens, of course, you should accept that God has permitted you. Whether you made a wrong choice or not, the afterwards consequences is only the divine can determine that, and only God can, yes, respond to that. So, yes.
All right. Let me also quickly go to Mama Naomi and pick up one or two things from her. Yes, Mommy, I know that you wanted to speak. Right.
It is treated, so children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. It also said that children are blessings to those who have children are, let me say, blessings, okay, are reward from God. This word, be fruitful and multiply, maybe we just concentrate our mind only on one side.
Okay.
Having children.
Okay.
This fruitfulness and multiplication, it comes with so many other aspects that maybe we overlook. And most of the time we pressure ourselves with childlessness. Maybe the couples are not able to produce, like to give birth to children. Then maybe, why me? God, you don't love me, or for so long. We try to think. But this fruitfulness and multiplication, it cuts across. You need to be fruitful and multiply. It's not only your children that could be you having only your destiny that you should be called children. His purpose was to bring other believers, other true God. So be fruitful and multiply you in every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. Once you are married, the fruitfulness cuts across. Not only about the womb, cut across everything. So it means that everything that you are doing, you need to apply this scripture. You say, I need to be fruitful and multiply. That is your. If it is a job that I am doing, I need to be fruitful in whatsoever that I am doing with my hand. If it is the house I am taking care of, I have to excel in that aspect. That anybody that enters my house have to have that fruitful, have to enter that presence of the Lord in the house. If it is everything that you are doing, is it intellectually, is it with everything, we need to be fruitful in it. So most of the time, only just saying that the fruit of the womb, to me, I stand to disagree about that aspect. Even when Adam was not before Isaac came, he took his servant Eliezer.
Eliezer, yeah.
Able to train him. He was able to direct him the godly way. So you see that the Bible said Abraham was able to plant godly character in all his household. So Abraham himself didn't go to choose a wife for the son, but the child that he was able to bring up was able to do that, and he did it perfectly. So the fruitfulness doesn't mean only the one that comes from your womb. Yes, the time hasn't come yet for your womb to be open to get a child of your own doesn't mean God doesn't love you or whatsoever. You need to apply that scripture in every aspect of life. That everything that I am doing, I need to be fruitful. I need to multiply in it. And if we are able to do that, then we will glorify God. And another thing is the that are looking forward to the fruit of the womb. If you look through the Bible, all those people that found it very difficult to give birth, those children that they brought up were miracles. You just Genesis to Revelation.
That's true.
The people that really had difficulty with bringing children, they gave birth to miracles, to wonders, to awesome and amazing children that we were all able to hear of. So if the children are not yet in, then the Lord is just preparing the ground for you to be ready to receive that miracle.
Yes.
So now that the children are yet not coming, you need to be up and doing to prepare for the great miracle that is coming your way. You need to prepare for it.
Right.
So in that case, sometimes it is very difficult because the pressures that are coming left and right,
I tell you.
If you are not able to stand firm, you might think that the Lord has left you. You might think that the Lord doesn't have you. So many things will go on through your mind. But if you are able to focus and keep renewing your mind daily, you'll be able to stay focused and stand and get prepared for this great miracle that the Lord is preparing. Because when they come, they are going to announce you. And highly honored, highly
troubled.
Highly honored, highly troubled. Because the Lord knows that maybe you may have a lot of trouble with the elevation that is going to elevate you. He needs time to prepare you. So just keep it in your mind that yes, the children are yet, they are not coming. It means God is preparing a miracle for me.
Miracles.
So let me do all necessary things that I need to do so that when this miracle comes, I'll be
you may have time to attend to it accordingly. Yeah.
Time. But if they have, let's look at Jesus when he came, the kind of this carrying, if the parents were not ready for it, they would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
When the Samuel, Isaac, and all those, when they came,
the Samsons,
the Joseph, they were carrying John the Baptist, the John the Baptist. So like certain things happen. Sometimes we just shift our mind to just one side.
Yeah.
But if we allow the word of God to renew our mind and to stay focused on Him, we realize that everything that happens to us, God is God's plan, and God has the reason for it to happen, for that thing to happen. The only thing we need to do, look up to Him patiently and prepare for whatsoever blessing.
Wow.
Very right.
Thank you so much. And even to add to what Mama Naomi has said, there are so many options also there. It doesn't necessarily mean that the biological ones are only the children that you may have. We've heard of so many great people of God, great men of God who do not have their own biological kids, but they could raise some army for God, like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million people. They are all their children because they have trained them. Yes, so I think for now, if it is not coming, it doesn't mean that maybe you have failed in that aspect of procreation, but it means that you have to wait. And even if you still,
and you know that once they come with responsibility. They so much responsibility.
That's true.
So many people, the calling upon your life needs some kind of attention. That maybe the Lord will not want certain things to distract you.
That's true.
They are coming. Maybe you need to also think, what is your call upon my life? That maybe the coming of that are going to distract me. So sometimes we need to seek the face of the Lord, to ask him questions. Maybe this is happening. Maybe it's because of the purpose or a calling, a special calling that
this is Jafric Radio.
We need to fulfill. That's why it is happening this way. If there is such, you need God to reveal that to you, so that you will not put your mind on one side thinking that the Lord has forsaken you. So
thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, we want to go on commercial break and we will come back soon. So please stay tuned, relax, don't go away as we are coming. Thank you.
Unasikiliza Jafric Radio Online, number 1 in Japan. Hakuna matata, tuko fresh.
Salve, mi chiamo Manu e tu stai ascoltando Jafric Radio. Afric out, Jafric le
สวัสดี
chic.
ค่ะชื่อแอมนะคะมาจากประเทศไทยค่ะตอนนี้กำลังเป็นนักแสดงอยู่ที่ประเทศญี่ปุ่นนะคะตอนนี้คุณกำลังฟังอยู่ในคลื่นวิทยุ Jafric Radio
Oi, aqui é a Paula e você está assistindo Jafric Radio.
You are listening to Jafric Online Radio live from Japan. Yeah!
Jafric Radio.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs.
This is Jafric Radio.
Thanks to you. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Be
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. DJ. Welcome back, our wonderful and cherished viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into Jafric Radio. If you have just tuned into Jafric Radio, please share with your friends and loved ones as we discuss a very important topics and giving out important and really necessary ideas that will help build your home, my home, and our home. Yes, thank you so very much. And let me quickly read the message that has come from our brother Cornelius Apia. How are you, Mr. Cornelius? Thank you so much for being there for us all the time. Yes, I know you are with us. One day your people will see you. Okay, yes, this is the message from our brother. He says spiritual marriage means union with God, soul and spirit. That is the explanation from our brother. I said marriage is not a man-made law. It is God-made. Man has abused the high purpose of marriage. Marriage means unity on the physical, mental, and spiritual plans or planes. I think it's plans. If you attract a person by spiritual magnetism, then you will meet your soul companion. Marriage is the communion of half souls. In God we find highest communion. Unless human love is spiritualized, it will be a canker in your soul. Unless you are spiritually minded and your mate is the same, you can never be happy. This is what Mr. Cornelius also wrote about the spiritual or aspects or spiritual benefits in marriage. Yes, he said men has also abused the office, but this office is or the institution
This is Jafric
that
Radio.
is made by God himself. So marriage in general is a spiritual aspect. Marriage is spiritual because it was instituted by God, who is the spirit. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Cornelius, for your great this is a revelation, let me say, great revelation given to us this afternoon. Yes, wherever you are hearing us, you are on Home Sweet Home program. Yes, and I've just as always say, we have only one motive, that our marriages, we enjoy the second heaven on earth. When we say the second heaven, I think you will understand all the things that we've heard about heaven, the beauty of it, the splendor, the joyous. So we want our homes to be like heaven. So we need to look up to the things that will help us build our marriage and also enjoy in the institution that God has put us in. Right, thank you so very much, and once again we welcome you. Yes, Mr. Fred, I think quickly we'll move to the emotional aspect or emotional benefits in marriage. I think emotionally we have a lot. Okay, so Mr. Fred, can you also bring your ideas on the emotional benefit of marriage. Emotionally.
Well, I don't know specifically. I don't know what you're talking about emotional benefits. Yeah, because of course, everything in marriage is supposed to be beneficial. It's supposed to yes, give benefit to those who engage in it.
Right.
Yeah. So emotionally too, but I don't know if my understanding is right.
Right.
Yes, you have a lot of benefits to reap. Maybe you should put the question.
Difficult for you to say.
Yeah, you should put the question straightforward to me. It's like I don't know how to answer that,
All right, just relax. Let me go to Mama now. I'll come back to you. Mr. Fred doesn't have the strength to tackle this one. I tell you. Is Mama Naomi there? Hello.
Hello.
Mommy, are you there?
Hello.
In fact, this one, Mr. Fred wants you to tackle it by all means. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah. As I was saying, all these things are connected, okay?
Yeah.
Benefits of it affects all parts of our life. The physical, the financial, the emotional. Yes. So when I spoke about the genesis of the whole thing, that is not good for a man to live alone. It's not as if Adam was not happy or whatsoever, but emotionally there was something that was missing.
Yeah.
He didn't get anybody to talk to. So all the things surrounding him, they are not like him. So it means that he was lonely and he needed something or someone to fill in that gap. Okay, so marriage is all about filling gaps, and the emotional aspect too is also very important. Emotional aspect. Yes, you are down. You need somebody to put your head on, to talk to. You need somebody to encourage when you are down. You need somebody to lift you. So all these things, who else to do it? Maybe yes, you might come from a family. Your mother can do so many things for you, but there is one thing that no other person can do than your wife or your husband. There is one thing that no other person can do. So when to this aspect, we need each other to be upstanding. And it is this also that makes the whole thing so special or different from any other kind of relationship. We have so many relationships. But when it comes to the relationship of marriage, the right way between a man and a woman, we are able to fulfill the emotional aspect of each other, the respect, the love, the romance, all these things. It comes together to count, to lift us up emotionally. Uncle Jechi, if you continue from here, I will come back.
Uncle Jechi ran off. Yeah, he said, this one, the woman must speak first. Okay. Thank you so much, Mama. Yes, you are right. Yeah, Mr. Fred. Yeah.
This is Jafric Radio.
I think it brings discipline. Yeah. Yes, because when you're in marriage, you are at all times supposed to discipline your emotions.
Right.
Yes. I mean, like she was saying, you've got to satisfy one another emotionally. Give respect to one another. Understand each other's feelings and respond to it. So, yes, you have development in your emotions. That's what I can say. I mean, we can digest it and say a lot about it, but I think she's said it very much and she's explained it very well. So,
and Mr. Fred, let me ask this: does sex also comes in as emotional benefit?
Of course, if you are satisfying someone's feelings, of course, that satisfaction should also count it as part of it.
Yeah, but considering the marriage as a whole, I mean, sex, the other time you said it plays like 50% of the total.
Oh, yes, but it doesn't mean, when you talk about emotion, it should not mean...
It shouldn't be that alone,
yes.
But I think it's part of it.
Yes.
But I wonder why the two of you don't want to mention.
No, I think we've mentioned it in a matured way.
All right.
Yes, we've mentioned it, but in a matured way.
In a matured way.
We don't have to open it anymore.
Right.
That's why we're saying you've got to respect each other's feelings and make sure you satisfy one another. Because, yes, to respond to someone's feeling is equally to, respond to the one when he is in passion. Yes, sexually passion. So we've responded to that. But except that we just don't want to
just open up and say it like
yeah, we maturely responded to that. So and what I can say to what she said is you have development. You develop your emotional abilities or attitudes. Yes, because as you continue living with one another, of course, you don't expect everything to be honey from day one.
Yeah.
It's going to be sour at some point, and it's going to be extremely glittering at certain points. So you have to draw the balance between these two.
Right.
Either side can give you the good part of it and the bad side. When you are in the glittering side, you are over joyous. So if you're not careful, it can turn to the opposite. And when you are in a depression too, the same thing. If you're not treated, you can sink to the deep. So it's hard to balance it. That's why she was saying we've got to satisfy our own emotions, emotional feelings. So that's also a perfect way of saying the sexual aspect of it also has to be taken care of by those parties in the marriage. So I think the benefits, yes, they are animals, but you only have to be careful, because when you talk about emotional, there's always a wrong side attached to it. It always comes with it. So it's a matter of developing yourselves and understanding one's feelings very well and respond to it, as Dickness was saying. So for me, my understanding is it's a respectful way and disciplined way of being in a marriage. You develop yourself and you discipline your emotions as you keep on growing.
Wow.
That's my understanding.
Thank you so very much. In fact, we've known that, yes, marriage have a lot of benefits. Indeed, it has. Yes, I think we have just 4 minutes or 3 minutes to go. So I want Mama Naomi to summarize whatever you have said, and if you have any additions to add up to, we give you 1 minute to do that for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Miss Moma. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you were saying that maybe we didn't tackle the distance, but when it comes to the emotional, as you are saying, you know that the emotional of men and the emotional needs of men, they are totally different.
Yeah.
Okay. They are totally different. So it is a whole lot of topic on its own. Maybe you tackle the part. Let me come in there. Then maybe I will conclude on that aspect of it. As I was saying, I said from the beginning, there are certain things that no other relationship can give you except marriage. And one of them is sex.
Yeah.
Okay. But we live in a culture today which sexual sin is both rampant and accepted. But the best way the best way to respond to the cultural attitude about sex is to remember what the Bible has to say about sex. So let's take it one after the other. What is the truth about sex in itself? God created sex. We have to bear that in mind, that He created sex. He says, so God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him, male and female, He created them. So the creator of the universe stamped and embedded His image within us in a way. The image of God was embedded in us way that is somehow mysteriously tied to our sexuality. So the image, before we'll be able to bring that image of God out, it is mysteriously tied to our sexuality. But most of the time, we Christians, that this instruction has been given, we often get to portray sex like, I don't know how to really put it, but sexual intercourse in marriage should know that it glorifies God. Sexual intercourse in marriage.
We play holy attitude.
Yes, but sex glorifies God. In marriage, I said in marriage.
In marriage, yes.
Yes. So God felt no embarrassment when Adam and Eve had intercourse in the garden. He didn't put his hand over his eyes. That, oh, what you both doing? No. He was. Yeah. So God did that. So God designed this sexuality to help us. It's, as we said, importance of marriage. Sex is for procreation. Sex is for intimacy. Sex is for pleasure. This aspect, pleasure. Yes. So if you are able to do it and do it very well, you are going to derive some kind of pleasure. I remember Apostle Free always says that the kind of feeling you feel during that time, that section, that's the sexual intercourse between the husband and the wife, get to a point you feel some way that you cannot describe it. Now you can say a heaven created swimming that I may add than it be actually. So that kind of to find within yourself during that time, it's like when we go to heaven, we are going to experience more of you don't want it to stop. You don't want the enjoyment to stop. You need to continue and continue and continue. This makes marriage so unique from Yeah, so back to what you were asking.
This is Jafric Radio.
What women need for emotional fulfillment differs from that of men. Yeah. So maybe as time goes on,
so we'll tackle that one and then elaborate it much. Yes,
what men need for enough fulfillment in marriage and what women also need for emotional fulfillment in their marriage.
Yes.
So to conclude, I would like to say that marriage is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Because of pressure, patience, take your time, take the face of God. That the person that He Himself has taken out of you will bring that person into your life. And when that happens, you are going to enjoy and you wish it never end. It is something that we all need to have. And the reason why most people don't want to get into marriage is those that are married. We are not exhibiting that kind of joy, that kind of peace, that kind of success. That is what people are running away from. But the original plan and purpose for creating this big thing called marriage is to a very wonderful and a joyous and a beautiful union together. So let us all stick together, especially those who are preparing. Don't rush, because when you rush, like
rush out.
Rush comes with consequences. So thank you always for tuning in to Jafric Radio. And it is our prayer.
This is Jafric Radio.
So that marriages that is under attack, marriages that are under attack this our generation, the Lord will help us, the Lord will do that, so that in one way or the other we'll be able to help marriage become a second heaven on earth. And the last one, I want to thank Church of Christ.
This is Jafric Radio.
Our wisdom program and your support, everything was so beautiful. Our men, our husbands, our brothers, our you all seem to support us, and we are so happy, and we express our profound gratitude for all that it is to make our program a success. May God bless you and continue to shine upon you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mommy. Yes. I will quickly run to Mr. Fred, and then we've already, the time is past, so we just one. Let me give you 30 seconds or 1 minute. Please make it sharp.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for listening to us and watching us. Yeah, but the last thing is, I just want you to know that marriage is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
There are a lot of benefits, as the Dickness mentioned. Yes, but remember, it's not going to be beautiful from day one, and it's not going to be honey from day one. There'll be ups and downs.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, don't try to run away from it when you get into a ditch. That is, when you hit a rock, don't run away from it. Always remember that you're not alone in the marriage. There's somebody there with you. That's why you are two in the marriage. And of course, you have your God who instituted that marriage between you, the two. So remember, you're not alone, and do not run away from it. If you run away from it, then you are trying to take things into your own hands and thinking you can make it. We've been witness to a lot of marriages that broke up, and people do not get back to normalcy. Yes, they ditch their lives. So, yes, it's not going to be honey from the one. I give you that caution. Don't run away from problems. Make it beautiful as it is, because there's so much, a lot. We've talked a lot of subjects and topics today. Maybe we didn't go into much details as you would have expected, but believe me, we don't have much time to do that. But just remember, they are all beautiful thing to do. So stay with it and make sure your marriage is always the best.
This is Jafric Radio.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Stay with it and make sure that marriage or your marriage is always at its best. Thank you so very much, our cherished viewers and listeners. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your love. Yes, all the time. Please continue to share with your friends and loved ones for them to also join this beautiful family, Jafric Radio and Home Sweet Home program. We thank all of you who are able to be with us through. Nana Ekia Amunu, God bless you. Nana Ajua Mekia Dompreje,
Jafric Radio.
Kosia Bekipa Inketewa De, and of course our brother Cornelius Apia, and also Presiding Elder Kwesi Ajiman, and I have with me Halima Saeed. Thank you so very much for tuning into Jafric Radio and also the Home Sweet Home program. We just want to say thank you once again. Just as Mama Naomi said, the Church of Pentecost Women and the executive is also thanking all the general public for your support during the week-long celebration that ended today. We just want to say thank you so very much. Yeah, to the pastor, national head, Pastor Osaya Enin, and the wife, Mama Abena Amponsa.
This is Jafric Radio.
We just want to thank you so much. And those international invitees. We just want to thank you so much for being there for us all the time. And also the Jafric family. What can we do without you? Thank you so very much. And today we are starting a new program, Your Health. My platform, on this radio station, on this institution, with our own father, let me say that, Elder Frederick. Yes, Your Health. Say, oh wow. M stand for what? Is it my body health? My body health is really, really important. So we are starting it today at exactly 6 p.m. Yeah, it's just 1 hour. So
this
6
is Jafric Radio.
Start very soon. Right. Thank you so very much. All right. So on this note, I want to sign out, and I just want to thank my able panelists for their help, for their support, for their time and their commitment, and also Mr. DJ, and he is the producer and the executive producer at the same time. In fact, this man is packed. Mr. Doing it all. Thank you so much, Mr. DJ Pop.
This is Jafric Radio.
Pop. You can call him Deacon Nanayao, Samuel, Edmund, Friye, Inti. Thank you so very much, and enjoy your day with this song, From Zero to Hero, by Bekina Savna from Afro. Thank you so much. Until we meet again next week, we say sayonara.
My fortune, praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. When you meet your palm, I'm only pay all the four. I break him off a big it may be dream palm, and so many amazing. The car they want a bunch and some home. Some mammy on your tray.
This is Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio.
He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
This is Jafric Radio.
From zero to
Jafric Radio.
His resurrection and
this is Jafric Radio.
Sanction the devil, and now I am free. And now I am free. My life is back on track. His resurrection and ascension. I am a whole century and a part. And now I am free. My life is back on track. I was living in zero, but now I am a hero. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
This is Jafric Radio.
But now I am a hero. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has
this is Jafric Radio.
Fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny.
Freak Radio.
He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny. He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune.
This is Jeff Freak Radio.
Praise be to my God. He has